Welcome to Hadran's caravan. I'm Ezum. I manage the games and the tavern. What can I do for you? You'll have to excuse me. I make it a policy not to discuss what guests have come to the caravan or what they do here. We value the privacy of our clients, you know. I understand. I'd like to help, but, you know, perhaps some of the game runners may have seen him. If you were to speak to them, maybe spend some coin, perhaps, they may recall this kitten. It's what I'd do, if I were you. Let's see. Dulan espies many things from his position at the Lizard racetrack, and most people that come to the caravan watch the spikeball races, so Bunal is a good bet. Kaba up at the Troll Ring has a keen eye for newcomers.
The next race is about to begin. Place your bets. Remember, the fine line between winning and losing is the finish line. Now is not the time for questions. Now is the time for betting. Place your bet on one of these fine lizards. Winners get fed, losers feed us. Right into the stew pot. After the race is finished, we can discuss your friend. You question my skill at cooking? This one stew is known for yards around. But, maybe you have a suggestion? An exotic recipe? Tand. Ah, yes. Dulon remembers him now. Yellow braids, younger? He was here. He lost many coins, then got into the moon sugar rum. Sad state of affairs. Oh, of this I am sure. But if Hadran heard about this... Well, the boss doesn't mind drinking, and he has a certain patience for owing. But drunks that owe a lot of coin tend to disappear. They are hard on the peace and bad for business. Who can say? Dulon never sees them again. Now go. This one has races to run.
You look strong, sleek. Yes, come. Join the race. Try your hand at spikeball, the sport of champions. Why look when you have found your new calling? Spikeball is the most exciting new sport in all of Tamriel. You will be hero to all. Perhaps you do not understand. Bunal is running a business here. He must run a match. Perhaps after the match, Bunal will be more willing to discuss this Tand person. But only after the match. Yes, Bunal likes your style. The game is simple. You must run the course and beat the other runners to the finish line. Each of you will carry 3 spike balls. These you can use to throw at your opponents, to stun them and slow them down. Ready! Set! Spike ball! Fly like the wind and hurl like a giant. If you were to consider a career in spikeball, this one would be pleased to be your manager. I remember your Tand, yes. He was a fierce runner. Great speed. Very powerful. Spikeball? No, he was terrible at spikeball. Hadron's men were chasing him. I have never seen such an athlete. This one thinks a spikeball or two would have served him well.
Witness a diabolical duel of death and destruction. Place your bets. Two terrifying titans face off in a bloody battle of bulk. Welcome to the Troll Arena. Kaba has no interest in talking of troublemakers. All she speaks of are bets and trolls, winners and losers. Perhaps if you were to bet, she would remember a loser named Tand. It was you who stopped the Colovians? Out of respect for what you did at Arenthia, you may ask your questions, but be quick. I have much to attend to. Kaba remembers him. He bet and bet until he lost all his gold, crawled into the bottle. Ezum heard of his losses, and his drinking and his debts. He might have even heard from Kaba. Who can say? She has tried to warn troublemakers off in times past, before Hadron can get his claws on them. This one does not know, and she does not want to know. Hadron makes troublemakers and debtors disappear. Kaba is not so curious about their fate that she would risk sharing it.
I've been looking for you. Hadron would like a moment of your time. I wouldn't talk like that in front of Hadron. In my experience, prophecies like that have a way of fulfilling themselves. You brought this attention on yourself. Show a bit more subtlety, and you might just live through this day. Smartest thing you've said today. Yes, I'm taking you to Hadron. Mind what you say to him, and keep your guard up. And don't trust him. I certainly don't.
Let me explain how things work around here. For our little operation to work, everybody's got to watch everybody else. The dealers watch the players, the game bosses watch the dealers, and Ezum watches the managers. Me? I watch everybody. But today, I'm watching you. Let me tell you about Tand. When he won, he collected. When he lost, he borrowed. When the well ran dry, he whined. He owes me a lot of gold. If I forgave the debts of every whiner with a sob story, I'd be out of business. Of course he's still alive. Dead men don't pay debts. We made a deal, him and me. He's working it off. Doing a little heavy lifting around the camp. And when he gets used up, I'm going to sell him. He doesn't know about that part yet. Why not? Come on, big shot. I'll take you to him myself. Walk this way.
Over here. Easy now. Don't kill the only ally you have in this camp. I just want to talk. Hadron's a monster. Over the years, the coin, the skooma, they've made him cruel. Cross him, and usually you end up buried in a hole out in the wastes. Kill him, and no one will mourn him. What I propose is simple. A kind of limited partnership. Kill Hadran and walk out of here with that boy, Tand. I've worked this caravan all my life. These people are my family. What started as a side business for Hadran is getting out of hand. Hadran's a slave trader. The Khajiit you're looking for isn't working off a debt. He's being sold on the open market. Grab some of the old uniforms in that tent. Free Tand and the other prisoners, and they can walk out in disguise. Hadran already has buyers set up. He'll be out for blood. He comes after you, and you take him out. Simple.
This one promises to bring money next month. No, next week. You can't hurt me. Shifty can't get the money if... What? Really? Oh, thank Riddlethar. Untie this one. I mean your debt.
I wasn't stealing. I just slipped and put my hand in his coin pouch. Oh, finally, you cretins listen to reason. It was an accident. Phew, I think I should keep the money that fell into my palm, just as compensation for this incident. Thank you.
My friends are gonna murder you for this. Just you wait. You are? Oh, thank you. I was so scared.
Many thanks. We must get... Tand thought he was going to be sold. This one thanks you for your help. Tand came here. He thought he could win money enough to open a tavern, make his father and his Sind proud. Before this one knew what was happening, he was dragged off by Hadran and his strongmen. They said they would sell this one to slavers. Yes, we must leave. The gate to the outside is just around the corner. Sind must be worried sick over this one.
That cock is... Heal me!
sinned!
Tan, you're alive!
I thought I'd never see you again.
You have returned my Tan to me. I do not know how I would have gone on without him. Your kindness will never be forgotten. How did you get him out of there? Truly, then thanks render you came along. Tamriel is free of another shaveskin Muskas, and Tan is returned to me. Bright moons and long life to you, Walker. We will remember you, always. Come here.
Oh, please, no lecture. This one is sorry.
You deserve one. We were worried about you.
Tanned nose.
Life is a story, yes? We must live through it together. You cannot skip to the last page. Win a life in a gambling den.
Tanned nose. He just wanted to make you and Muzag proud.
We are proud of you. Your father, your sister, me. You do not need a lot of coin to make us proud.
Tanned nose.
We're here for you, you know that. We'll get through this. This is nothing like the time with those Colovians, yeah? The time you almost lost your eye?
That was a bad one. This one loves you, Sind.
I love you too, Tand.
Greetings to you both.
Dumping said refuse on the head of the Altmer commander for ruin during his visit to the Grandmother. And finally, knocking over the cart of a Trieste merchant.
I'll
while
be
attempting
watching
to avoid
you.
capture.
I'm sorry to bother, but have you seen a Mer named Roland? He was supposed to meet me here, but he's late. Very, very late. Excellent. Then perhaps you can tell me. Where in oblivion is he? He's kept me waiting here for hours. He what? That's it. I'm going to take these back to Tellinger, and Roland can find some other archmagus to train him. As far as I'm concerned, that buffoon will never become an apprentice to the Artificer. Thank you for your honesty. Now I've got to return to Tellinger empty-handed. Believe it or not, the old sage was pulling for that little fool. So it goes. The stars turn in the sky, and with them turn the whims of Tellinger the Artificer. Good luck.
Finest merchandise around.
Welcome to the temple at Ralka, Moon Hallowed. This one knows Hallowed. Former main Akuz-Ri is here. Preparations have begun. Your path to the Two Moons dance begins here, and now. The champions are here. They awaited your arrival with great enthusiasm. Are you ready to join them within? May the light of the moons show us the path.
You kept the Sylvanar and the Green Lady from harm. You're all right.
Moons. Bright moons above. The hallowed. Please, if you have a moment, would you help poor Fellery? Fellery has been working with a wood elf to bridge the divide between our peoples. Before the Dominion, you might know, the March saw much violence between Valenwood and elsewhere. We've worked to return home the bones and relics of our ancestors.
Word of our efforts spread to a group called the Dawn Mead Bandits. Scum, they peddle skooma and steal from villages in the south. They attacked Nethrin, and this one fears all our efforts will be for nothing. She hates to ask, but will you help? You are a bright moon in Fellery's sky. Thank you. You can find Nethrin recovering in the tavern. He's beside himself with worry. Of course. What would you like to know? A green speaker of Valenwood from the Grotwood. He has proven himself a thoughtful and sensitive Mer, a good partner in this cultural exchange. He has taken his setback very hard. We mostly find what we seek in mass graves, sad markers of ancient battlefields. Truth be told, most of what we uncover is worthless. But if it brings even small comfort, if it bridges the divide at all, it is worth it. A recent development. Fellery thinks it's a good sign that you can see the world so. Things were not always this way. The Wood Elves of Valenwood and the Khajiit of elsewhere fought often in the march. For land and for power.